Side today, because right now anywhere in the orange, that's typically where they issue air quality alerts for, the air being unhealthy for those sensitive groups I was just talking about. So we've seen some areas in the red along the lakeshore early this morning, but it's ebbing and flowing out. So just something to keep in mind. I know there's a concert of Blossom tonight. Bring your inhalers if you've got breathing issues. It's not the worst we've seen, a couple summers ago where you could see it. You really couldn't even see outside because the air was so thick and smoky, but it's something to watch for, especially over the next couple of days here. It's going to be ebbing and flowing. I'll track the smoke coming up. But today, partly cloudy. You can see that from our First Alert camera network. We had some of that nice cloud deck out down in New Philly and over in Oberlin. Temperatures will be a little warmer today in the 80s. Small chance for a passing shower, but it's minimal. We're like less than 20% when it comes to rain chances over the next few days until we bump the heat and humidity back up to give us a better opportunity. Here's some of those clouds on First Alert Doppler radar and satellite here. I mentioned a small chance for an isolated shower when we get a little bit warmer this afternoon with a break in the clouds. Right now, temperatures a little warmer than yesterday too. 70s on the board, couple of 60s, Ravenna, mid 60s in Akron, 66 in Worcester. Hour by hour as we head through the afternoon. Again, we'll be in the low 80s with that mix of sunshine and clouds, getting a little bit of warmer air from the south. But again, we could see a lake breeze develop this afternoon that could make it a scotch cooler along the lakeshore. But pretty much all of us are going to be around that 80-degree mark as we head into the afternoon hours. Eventually, we will bring back the heat and humidity. I'll let you know when. Plus, we're going to track the smoke hour by hour heading into the middle part of the week. It's just a little funky color depending on where you live. And there's dead fish in some spots, but it's a natural thing that happens. Other than that, and the air quality, we're going to talk a little bit more about the smoke in the air here. It's going to be fairly quiet in terms of rain chances. We're still not looking at much. Humidity not too bad. We're starting to get a little more humid than we were. We were real comfortable over the weekend. But overall, still not tropical, not sticky. I want to talk about the air quality because we've been talking about how it's kind of ebbing and flowing with the thick of the worst smoke really being over the lake. So a heads up to boaters too if you had plans to get out on the boat because the waves aren't as big today. If you have, sensitivities to the smoke, it's something you should watch out for. The oranges and the reds indicate where the thickest smoke is. So notice most of the thicker smoke is to our north and to our east, but it ebbs and flows. Tomorrow morning, we get another plume of it similar to what we saw this morning where the air quality is a little bit more unhealthy. You may notice it when you're driving to work or dropping the kids off at practice, things like that. So we're going to have that around for a little bit because we're in this stagnant weather pattern. There's no, big cold front to push all that air out of here. It's just going to linger around. So keep a close eye. We've been giving you that first alert since the weekend. I've been saying, hey, if you are sensitive to smoke, it's something you'll have to watch out for with the pattern this week. Couple of clouds out there right now. Again, notice no rain. We're going to zoom all the way out to show you. Again, no big systems. There's a little itty bitty one right on the border there of Indiana and Ohio that's trying to, break through, and that'll bring us a small opportunity for maybe a quick shower, but it's going to be very minimal again. So one thing you won't have to worry about a Blossom tonight. I know we've had a lot of severe weather warnings. You won't have to worry about a strong storm, but can't rule out a quick passing shower through the evening hours. Wake up temperatures tomorrow morning. They'll be a little bit cooler than this morning. We had some 70s. We'll have some 60s on the board to start, warming up back into the 80s in the afternoon. And then again, small risk for a shower, but it's mainly west. We're keeping the rain chances extremely low heading through the rest of the week here. Just a chance for a couple spot storms again on Thursday. Temps and humidity, though, going to start slowly crawling back up through the weekend. It'll be hotter this weekend with sunshine. Still quiet, though. No worries for you for any outdoor events. But the humidity really starts to kick back in the second half of the weekend into early next week. Once we get some more of that moisture in here, it'll create the better opportunity for storms. So this could potentially be our longest dry stretch since October of last year. So it's been a minute since we've had this many dry days in a row. July was pretty soggy too, but the yards will probably need the sprinklers by the time we get into the weekend, Shannon.